My dear students, I'm P. Madhara, lecturer in physics, in continuation of video lectures, PSAQs, 11th class. Now we'll do part 3, System of Particles. System of Particles. In this, the very first question is it necessary? Is it necessary that mass must be present? Mass should be present at the center of mass. At the center of mass. Mass present at the center of mass of any system. Now here this is mass, center of mass is defined as generally definition go by the point where entire mass of the body is concentrated. But here in a specific case it is asking, is it necessary? Means not necessary. No, not necessary. Right answer first, not necessary. Not necessary, because in case of circular ring, center of mass lies at center. Center of mass lies at center where there is no mass at all. Where there is no mass at all. Okay, like this, yes or no, like that questions given. First you should write yes or no, like that reasoning. Here no. Is it necessary? No, not necessary. Okay, this is first question. Next, second question. Now here why do we prefer a spanner of longer arm as compared to the shorter arm? So here, for a given applied force, the reason is longer arm is like this, short arm is this one. For a given applied force, answer, for a given applied force, longer arm means what? Distance will be greater, no? Now for a given applied force, greater torque is obtained. Greater torque is obtained for longer arm. Now tau is equal to R into F. No, R greater means F same only. R small means torque less. If to apply greater torque, so here the larger distance from the axis of rotation. So if the point of application will be, it will be greater distance from the point of application. It will be at greater distance. From the point of from the point of application of force. Application of force. So hence it is preferred. Okay. Hence it is preferred. Okay. Second question. Then third question is why are spokes are provided? Why are spokes are provided for a bicycle? In a bicycle wheel. In a bicycle wheel. See, bicycle wheel like this. These are called spokes. Okay. Now here what happens? Because of the spokes here in the wheel, what you find is the spokes will increase the moment of inertia. Uniform distribution of mass. So we will increase the moment of inertia. Will increase the spokes will increase moment of inertia without much increase in mass. Okay. So I into angular momentum conserved here. I into omega constant. I into omega constant. Or I into alpha also I can take, no problem. Generally, conservation of angular momentum. When rotation is going on angular momentum. So, moment of inertia more, angular velocity less. So, there will be uniform motion. Okay. This ensures uniform speed. It ensures uniform speed for bicycle. Okay. I is more, omega less. So the bicycle can move uniformly. Okay. Or opposition torque. We can take opposition change the uniform rotational motion. Opposition change in uniform rotational motion is more. Bicycle will be moving in uniform motion. That also. It is reason enough. Okay. The next question is here. One more question. If the polar ice cap of the earth to melt, if polar ice caps of the earth to melt, what will be the effect on the length of the day? So this is Earth, these are poles, North Pole, South Pole. This ice getting melted to water. Okay, ice is getting melted to water. So in that case, what happens? Melting of ice, here I into omega only, constant. Angular, that is moment of inertia into angular velocity. Angular momentum is constant. Now in that case, as the ice is getting melted, moment of inertia formula is mr square or mk square you can take. Mr square or mk square. So in that case, k represents what? Radius of gyration. K represents radius of gyration. If the radius of gyration getting increased, see, I is equal to mr square general formula. Mr square is ordinary formula, mk square general formula. So distance increases, therefore moment of inertia increases, I increases. omega decreases. Omega decreases. So here, so omega decreases. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Omega is equal to 2 pi by t. Angular velocity decreases, time period increases. So time period increases means length of the day increases. Okay. We write like this. On melting ice, what happens? On melting ice, moment of inertia increases. Angular velocity decreases. Angular velocity decreases. Okay. Time period increases. Therefore, length of the day increases. This is the last answer. Okay. Moment of inertia increases because of K, radius of gyration increases. Radius of gyration increases. Okay. One related to other one like. So this basic concept is here I into omega only. Angular momentum constant. Okay. This concept I increases, omega decreases, time period increases. Length of the day increases. Okay. This is another question. Next, fifth one. Fifth one is by spinning the X on a tabletop. By spinning X on tabletop, how will you distinguish? How will you distinguish between raw egg and hard boiled egg? So here, this is for example raw egg we will take. This is boiled egg, uniform distribution of mass here. Okay. This is boiled egg. This is raw egg. Now in this, what happens when you take a rotation here, both raw egg mass is inside floating. So due to centrifugal force, it moves away from the center. So thereby, moment of inertia increases, angular velocity decreases. It comes to rest quickly. Rotation, angular velocity decreases. Whereas, in case of boiled egg, distribution of mass is uniform, I is less, omega is more. This is for raw egg, this is for boiled egg. So angular velocity more means it rotates for more time. That's how we are able to distinguish. Okay. The mass is the raw egg in the tabletop. The liquid in the raw egg moves away from center due to centrifugal force. In case of raw egg, the liquid inside moves away from center due to centrifugal force. So therefore I increases, omega decreases, angular velocity decreases. So in case of boiled egg, distribution of mass is uniform. Distribution of mass uniform means what? I decreases, omega increases. Therefore, angular velocity, this is for boiled egg. Angular velocity increases. So it spins more, it spins for more time, you can write. It spins more time. Okay. So here I increases omega, here omega decreases. Omega decreases means omega decreases. It comes to us quickly, whereas angular velocity more, therefore it spins for more time. That is another question. Okay, you have to explain the concept, 2 marks question, like reason, what valid reason with formula is there. You mention that formula first. Why it is happening? Yes or no, anybody can write. If this is the suppose answer, which egg means you can write randomly raw egg, boiled egg like that. Okay, raw egg, boiled egg spins, or boiled egg answer if you write without reason, you will even less marks, like with a valid reason, with short form, like what is basic concept here? Conservation of angular momentum, I into omega. Okay, as I increases, omega decreases. In case of boiled egg, I is less, omega is more, it spins more time. Okay, there are few questions here, like how do you distinguish between center of mass and center of gravity? Center of mass is a point in the body where entire mass of the body is concentrated. Center of gravity means the point in the body where entire weight of the body is concentrated. Right? Yes, 2 properties. Center of mass relates to mass of the body. Center of gravity relates to weight of the body. Like that. Simple questions. Based on definitions also you can have. Okay. Then coming back here, after this system of particles, we got oscillations. In these oscillations, now before going for that oscillation chapter, I'll do some questions in gravitation. Okay, gravitation I'll do, so that it will be easy for you. Okay. State the units and gravitation chapter. Next, the system of particles completed. Next, gravitation. In this gravitation chapter, state the units and dimensions of. State the unit and dimensions of capital G, universal gravitational constant. Universal gravitational constant G. Now F is equal to, answer, G into m1 m2 by r square. So if you don't know unit, you write like this: Newton force meter square per kg square unit. And how about dimension formula? Dimension formula is F into r square by m1 m2. F is mlt minus 2 L square by m into m. So this only dimension formula, the dimensions of mass as minus 1. M minus 1 L cube T minus 2. This is the dimension formula, this is a Newton meter square per kg square is the unit. Okay. Next, state the vector form of Newton's law of gravitation. State the vector form of Newton's law of gravitation. You can write F is equal to gm1 m2 by r square unit vector. Right? Unit vector. This is unit vector. Okay. M1, M2 are the masses, R is the distance between them. Next, third question. As we go from one planet to another planet, how mass will change and weight will change. As we go from one planet to another planet, how will A mass, B weight changes. Now as you go from one planet to another planet, G is going to change, but mass remains constant. Okay, mass is always remains constant. Mass always constant. Mass is the property of matter contained in the body, is called mass. So it is constant. Weight means mg. It depends on g. As g changes, weight also changes. Whether g increase or decrease depending on the planet like. So in that case, it is weight also changes. Okay. Next question. Next, fourth question. Hydrogen is in abundance. In abundance around the sun and less around the earth. Explain. Now here in this case, the RMS velocity plays an important role. So this RMS velocity here in these gas molecules, hydrogen molecules, is less than the escape velocity on the, is less than that of escape velocity on the sun. Escape velocity is only 620 kilometers per second. Escape velocity on the earth is 11.2. See, the RMS velocity of the hydrogen molecules is greater than the escape velocity on the earth, 11.2. So it escaped from the atmosphere of the earth, whereas this RMS velocity of hydrogen molecules is less than escape velocity. This is on sun. Escape velocity on sun is 620. Less than escape. So therefore, what happens? Hydrogen will stay back. It cannot escape from the atmosphere of the sun. So therefore, hydrogen is in abundance around the sun when compared to the earth. Okay. And next, what are geostationary satellites? What are geostationary satellites? Geostationary satellites. Geostationary, 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 geostationary satellites. Does it rotate from east to west, or west to east? Geostationary satellite means what? The time period of the geostationary satellite means the time period of the satellite is equal to time period of the earth. Here, what is time period of geostationary satellite? See, what is time period of geostationary satellites? The time period of geostationary satellite is 24 hours. That is, time period of the earth is equal to time period of the rotation of the satellite. That is geostationary satellite. Time period of geostationary satellite is 24 hours. Okay. It rotates from west to east. It rotates from west to east. Okay. It rotates from west to east. Write down this. It rotates from west to east. And you have some more questions. What are polar satellites? What is escape velocity, like that? In the derivation parts, you will come across that. Escape velocity means it is the minimum velocity with which a body should be projected into space to overcome the Earth's gravitational force of attraction. That is escape velocity. Its value is 11.2 kilometers per second. And then polar satellite means the satellite which revolves around the poles. That is called polar satellites. And it is at a height of 500 kilometers. Okay. Low altitude satellites, we call it as polar satellites. Okay. And their time period is only 100 minutes. The oral questions, for the knowledge point of view, because everything now related to space and satellites only. So, if you know that information, it will be very nice. Okay. Polar satellite means around the poles. They will be revolving around the poles, like, so the time period is only 100 minutes. And they are low altitude satellites. 100 only around a height of 500 kilometers from the surface of the earth. They revolve. Okay. Geostationary satellites are they rotate near to the earth only, around the earth. Okay. They are called as geostationary satellites. Okay. Again, we'll continue next chapters, further classes again. Next video lectures. Thank you.